super weird. I wonder if the cutscenes you're not allowed to record. That might be why there's nothing online about this game. Because the cutscenes cut the game. Or cut the footage. Very possible. Why would they do that though? That's such a dumb aspect.
One down.
Oh wow.
We're not backing down.
Battles in open space can be quite crowded. When the symbol is visible in the bottom right-hand of the screen. Oh, so you can swap between different. Okay, that explains why the camera sometimes. Green chaotic residue from the tier. Guys, obtain it from breaking people. Barrier? Encountered by a barrier. How do I perform the barrier though?
Loot over there.
I am ready.
Super weird. Platinum, diamond. Like, which one's better? I don't know. And then the camera goes back to lock. That's so weird. That takes you out of the game really quickly. Because then it forces you to...
They're drawn to us like moths to a flame.
They can't resist the lure of life. Even though it comes from us.
I'm gonna have to say one thing that is annoying is never having your fucking main character shut up. These people talk way too much. They're also not louder than the background. So half the time you're sitting there and you don't understand what they're saying because it's too loud. And I turned the music down. I turned most of the stuff down before I started streaming. So it's almost insane that this is still too loud. Also, I don't have free roam of certain areas. You just have to kind of move around. Well, here's the scene to tell us if the cutscenes are
Sister,
unable to be
What was that?
cut out.
I felt the tear itself. It's growing.
Okay, so
The
it,
observer.
I guess it was just weird.
The sooner we get to him, the better.
Okay, so there's multiple different weapons that you can get later on. Upgrades, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no. So I didn't record the beginning of the game because I wanted to see if I even wanted to record this, and it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, the combat's great, but the problem is, let me shut up while we wait this. Oh, cool, range units. But yeah, one of the issues that I keep running into, you can deflect. Yeah, still circle. I'm guessing diamond is better than platinum, probably. As I was saying before I got into the combat, the combat's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I can't go with it. The problem is, oh god, it's one of these games where when the angle changes, where you're walking changes.
It must be him.
Challenging the void. On your journey, you will come across some special portals. Oh yeah, back to my point. The problem with this game is the fact that I'm trying to think. It starts you at the end. So when you start the game, it starts you at the very end of the game. So you have everything, all your powers and all that crap. And then it starts you at, after that, you go here. Not really sure what the point of that. Oh, this is kind of lame. Why not just spawn them in the area so I don't have to go into a random location? Game's weird. Okay.
Loot. What is this place?
I don't know. It seems like we crossed the veil this time.
Then we must find a way to go back.
The only problem is this character, it's very devil trigger and stuff like that.
Just warming up.
Very weird.
What's up?
That's just this game. My main issue with this game is it's one of those games where it starts you at the very end first. So you start the game, it is a 100%, it is a Devil May Cry versus, like mixed with, what the fuck is it called? God of War, kind of. It's kind of similar, you know? But I don't like the fact that they started us at the end of the game, and then they were like, alright, there's the end of the game. Now play through the rest of the game. You know what I mean? So they start you at the end of the game, and then they're like, alright, well, since you already played the end of the game, you had all your powers and everything, now we're going to take you back to the beginning of the game so you can play through the beginning. Why not just have us play through the beginning of the game? It like had no like big thing to it, other than like one situation where like, I don't know, it was super weird and very jarring to go from like being like having every weapon in the game and every power that you probably are gonna get throughout the game to having like starting gear. It took me out of the game really fast. That and one of the cutscenes glitched and kicked me out of my stream.
Wait, were you streaming?
Yeah, I still am.
Oh.
I went back. No! Especially on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
God, my pants keep falling. Oh, sweet. What can I say? I forgot to turn on my fan. That's why I'm itchy.
While all life must perish, that which is immortal is bound to be reborn. But the Shaper had no hand in your creation. Did he, sweet sisters?
Oh, that was some janky animations.
You're our observer?
Oh, alright.
I am Leighton. I am here to assist you.
Okay.
How exactly? An observer's talents won't be of much help in this fight.
Not in 1 second.
Oh, I fight for the Order of the Ashen Blade in my own way. My presence here is proof enough of my worth. You, on the other hand, are said to be unstable, unruly, and unwilling to follow orders.
Our fame precedes us.
Why do you taunt us?
Your shade is speaking. And to me, how quaint.
Somehow, your authority as an observer is not enough to silence her. What happened here?
A tear opened, clearly. Its cause is unknown. But it's the largest yet seen, and, I do believe, getting larger still.
Not bad voice
I
acting.
doubt the Order will be able to hide this one from the masses.
Wait, what are you playing again?
And once it was open,
Soulstice.
Many were
Hello.
corrupted, others were possessed.
I have no idea. I watched the whole starting cutscene and I just went, nah, brain dead. Brain dead.
Alright, let's play this new game. It's gonna give you so much
Rest.
it's gonna tell you so much about this. Alright. Starts the game, gets the cutscenes. What the fuck do I do now?
The Order did not foresee it this time.
That is why you were called.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And your two
The dialogue
comrades.
is so, like,
3 chimeras. At least the Ashen Blade is sparing no effort now.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well,
So
don't care.
caustic. Where are the others?
strangely, those two did not wish to wait for you. You should hurry. Find them and help them. If you can. Don't scowl at me. I can offer powerful assistance, if you do well.
Then let us pray you remain safe.
Indeed. May the torchbearer light your way,
may the judge show you mercy.
and may the Shaper grant you fortune in this life, if that's what you can call it. The freight elevators will take you where you need to go.
Good.
Perhaps you will prove us all wrong. I will be watching.
The other thing that drives me nuts about this game, I'm gonna go on a rant right now, is the fact that as you play the game, when you go into combat, you have free camera, right? But it doesn't make any sense. Why would you have free camera in combat when you can just when you're just locking onto everything? But the moment, and I literally mean the fucking moment you go out of combat, it's a locked camera. And it's not the greatest angles. I'm not gonna lie, it's really hard to see what's going on. I'm not a big fan of that aspect of games. Obviously, I'm still gonna give it fucking a chance because it's not like it's a bad game. But still. Skilled? Okay. Triangle, pause, triangle. Oh god, it's one of those games where like pauses are gonna be in between combos and stuff. Oh no. I'm never a big fan of that. You know what I mean? Those are always really hard for me to be like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. They force you to get your first bonus. Lame.
Farewell.
Yeah. See you later, Luton. Or Leighton, or whatever the fuck her name is. Oh, for fuck's sake, enough with the cutscenes. Or not cutscenes, but just loading screens. Dude, it's not like... They couldn't just, like, put a ladder that you could climb up and slowly load into the next area, you know? Instead, you get a loading screen that is literally just a bunch of black clouds floating on the screen. It's not even like there's there's backstory or anything on the screen. It's very weird. I've never seen someone do this with a loading screen. It's disorienting too, you know? That and it takes a while. Okay. It's also one of those games where when you swap angles, you have to wait, like, for the first little bit of the angle change, you still walk in the direction that you were attempting to walk, right? But the moment you go in a different direction, everything goes to how the angle is. So let's say you go from one angle and you're looking at the camera, walking towards the camera, and then the next angle is the camera's looking from behind you, right? So you'll keep going straight until you move the character in a little bit of a different direction, and then the character will go wherever it's going. So if you had the stick pointed towards the screen and now it's flipped, you'll keep going towards the old camera until you move in a different direction and then changes the scheme. It's very weird. Yeah, it's super fucking counterintuitive, and it throws me off really hard.
There's more.
I'm ready, sister.
Okay, that was interesting. Platinum. Wow. That was literally me just guessing where I needed to go. I did not realize. Also, for some reason they decided to make a lot of this platforming based. Right? Except sometimes you can't tell what's under you because of where the camera is. So, yeah, sometimes you take jumps and you don't know how far the jumps are because of the camera.
Could swallow's hope.
You know what I mean,
Whatever
Dragon?
happens, Lute, I won't let go of you.
Very confused. It's very hard to tell. I mean, you can move the camera ever so slightly when you're in the camera lock mode while you're wandering around the environment, but it's still very I don't know. It's very weird.
Freight elevators. Someone blocked them.
Oh no.
But that would stop the people escaping.
Exactly. They left on their precious ships and left the rest to die. That way, they'd made sure they'd escape.
So cruel. letting others die so they could live.
And yet they all died anyway. Cowards.
I'm also not gonna lie, not a big fan of the main character. The main character's kind of a dick. It's one of those situations where the main character's edgy. You know? You know what I mean.
Dude.
Alright, cool. Oh god. I don't know how close I was to that edge, but I don't really want to think about it.
Is this the end of the world?
I can't say. It's bound to begin somewhere, sometime.
That's super weird. If you stand still long enough, your sister, who's basically a weird ghost thing, will just hug you from behind. Which, by the way, I'm not gonna lie, I am impressed by their concept that they did with the spirit, because it's not one of the spirits where it's just, oh, it's just gonna follow you around and do nothing. It actually helps in combat by parrying, doing slight damage to enemies when it can.
We're not backing down.
Look, over there.
I am ready. I will take care of it.
Yeah, I was about to say I didn't do very well during that. It's also one of those games where every combat you
We can
do
go this way to the bridge.
is like style
If it
points,
works.
you know? So it's like, how well did you do during this fight? I don't know. And then it gives you a rating at the end, and it's like, oh, cool, I guess. I think that's why I wasn't a big Devil May Cry fan, was because of the whole, like, you have to play this 1,000 times before you get so good to the point where you can just annihilate everything. And the style points, it's such a weird, monotonous category, too. Oh wow, I had to do that faster? How was I supposed to do that any faster than what I already did? I did it in 16 minutes. It was the tutorial level. I don't get it. Yeah, I think we've had enough of this game for now. It's fine. I get what they're going with, but it's like, eh.